I'm from Almelo. My co-worker is sitting there. And now the technology let me down. Wait a moment. That's the problem with it. So about 18,000 children and about 54 adults live in Almelo. Quite a significant portion of our population has multiple problems. Some of you already heard them in the first sheets of the first speakers. A lot of these problems pass from one generation to another. There's a writer in our town has written a book, Alle dagen schuld. That means every day you have a debt. And she made it really clear in our society that it is really difficult to live in these circumstances. It shows us more than figures could. In our town lives 2,500 children in poverty, and 1,500 children get specialized youth care. It's quite a lot. Okay, the volgende. Best practices, we do something. The first question is the best practices, yes? And we have Triple P. The majority of our professionals work with Triple P. That is an evidence-based program from Australia, and it has several levels. And I already saw in Inara's presentations some of these activities on prevention. And it is the levels where people are more complicated problems, like you said in your presentation. We gave people education on the job. That means on raising children, how to handle it or not, to make, how do you keep your house orderly for the children, and the financial situation. In Almelo, it's a lot of times quite a problem to have that. So, yes. And other good practices in our city is one family, one plan. A cooperation between the government, police, justice, care, and welfare. It was very difficult to explain it in English because it has all terms. I can't translate it because it doesn't mean anything in English for you. But for us, it means the multidisciplinary work is very important. And it works. And we have a computer system, VIS2, in which co-workers can inform each other, all protected by law. So it is possible and very important for the family. There's one person who is speak person for them. Even they can get more help from different levels. There's one person they can address to. The next one, please. A new thing we are experimenting in the Netherlands and also in Almelo is family circles, family conferences. That comes from the Maori in New Zealand. And yeah, we want to, yeah. And it means that the people we emphasize on the empowerment of the people. Now I have to look. Family members are helping the professionals to support the system. The system is then the family who has the problems and the child who has problems. The first research of the 100 plans shows us that a lot of support comes from the family. 86 of the actions, what was necessary, wasn't done by professionals, was done by families and family members after making a plan together. Next one, please. Another thing we are focusing on is the parent and child interaction. I think in the last presentation of the Belgium you already saw that it's very important to focus on the relationship and the effect of the domestic violence on the children. Children, in Holland we call it rust, reinheid en regelmaat. Children need rest, they need a proper surrounding, and they need a balancing in their world. The next one, please. And other best practices is empower the children. Children of people who has an addiction, or the people who are yes, that one. And who are confronting a lot of traumas because of domestic violence, they get empowerment themselves. And it's about the same as your program of your city. Next one, please. That's very easy, so. We have limitations, a lack of influence. On some we can work, and some I think it's really difficult. One is the parents and threatening factors. There are some factors who are really hard to influence. I think you can see the sheets: addiction, a lack of intellectual capacity to understand why something is needed. This one we have also, again and again, from one generation to the other. Yes, it says itself. And inderdaad, problems with the mind, mental problems. Next one, please. In work, we have boundaries. One of them is the money. Our budget will decrease with 10% in next 2 years. But the last 5 years, the ask for professional help increased with 15% each year. So we have an enormous challenge to go there. Another challenge we have a lot of specialism in our profession. And all of our professionals are now challenging to look further, and that's that picture from what can you do more? Where is your boundaries? And one of the things we have in Almelo and also in other cities is process managers. One of them are sitting there, Christa. The other one is at home, Paul. And they help the professionals when the professionals are, how do you call it? The boundaries of their organization. Sometimes they want to do something for the children, but the organization, ho, not my finance, not my problem. And Christa helps them with that. Another thing, what is a problem, the professionals told me, was there is a hesitation sometimes to report domestic violence. And there comes a new law here in Almelo, of in the Netherlands, and that is the meldcode. And one of the steps is that you have to report it. Before you report it, you have to discuss it with the parents, your concerns. So it makes it a little bit easier. And then you're allowed to discuss it with your co-workers. Next one, please. And most difficult point is, and I think you call it a course from orphans. For ons is het de Raad van Kinderbescherming. When it's not safe for the children, we have shelter homes, foster care, guardianships. And upcoming is in our country the signs of safety. To make sure that the people really help, the parents help to make the house safe for the children. Well, that is what you want. We want in Almelo that the parents themselves can take care of the kids. That is the first base. And then the last one was very difficult for me, for us to answer. That was the further cooperations. You said it yesterday very beautifully. One idea, you come here with one idea, and you go away with a lot of ideas. And we hope we get inspiration here from this conference.
Thank you. Thank you.